Hello and welcome. I'm John Finkston, and today I'm going to be playing through Dragon Quest. Um, the version that I'm playing through is the Nintendo Switch remake. So you'll notice some differences between this version and, for example, the original NES version, or if you played on the Game Boy, Super Nintendo, or even mobile. You may notice some differences. Mainly the differences will be in location names, in some cases, also actual map changes. But if you have any questions, feel free to look it up on the internet. A whole bunch of people have put up some pretty great maps, but I hope you enjoy the playthrough. All right. So we start off here in Tantegel Castle, and we just got the introduction to the whole story. It's centered around us being the descendant of the legendary hero Erdrick or Lodo, and our goal is to defeat the Dragon Lord, rescue the Sphere of Light, and save the world. So the king's gracious enough to give us a couple of chests. One has 120 gold. We got a torch and we get a key so that we can actually leave the throne room. Um, Before setting out, one thing to be aware of is they do actually give you a spear. It's not equipped. They don't tell you that you have it in your inventory, but it gives you a +2 attack right off the bat. Also, in this game, just be aware, keys are one-time use only items. So for the majority of this game, you're actually not going to be able to open up. If you see it looks like a wooden door just to my right. We're not going to be able to go through doors like that until we get into the later parts of the game. So there's really not much to do here in Tantegel Castle. Um, there's a medicinal herb here, and down here you got a sage who, once we learn spells, if you run out of MP, you could just cast heal a whole bunch of times and then come here and talk to that guy if you don't want to spend the couple gold to rest at the inn. Otherwise, the people here in town are just going to tell you that the princess is missing. Unfortunately, the king didn't care enough about his own daughter to tell us that, but that's another side quest that we'll have throughout this story. When you exit the castle, you're in the overworld, and if you look, you can already see Sharlock Castle. This is the Dragon Lord's castle down and to the right. That's where we're going to have the end game. That's going to be the big boss of the whole game. But in the meantime, we can't get there. We haven't learned yet why we can't, but there's a whole bunch of magical items we're going to have to gather. Bringing up the map, you see that it's a pretty simple layout. Generally speaking, the game doesn't require you to do anything in any particular order. So it gives us a whole bunch of freedom right off the bat. That being said, the limitations are clearly based off of, how strong your character is at that time. So, as I'm playing through, I'm going to go in a certain order. You don't have to do that. I'll call out when you can, kind of diverge as you so choose. But with that, let's go hit up Breckenary Town. So, this is the first town that we're going to come to. It's got an inn down here. You've got the vault. You can store gold in 1,000 gold increments, or you could drop off items in there if you so chose. Go ahead and pick up a Chimera Wing out of this dresser. Also in this town, you have the item shop. Down here, it's not marked. Limited items, but you got an herb to heal your HP, a torch so you can light up the dark caves, and the dragon scale. It doesn't tell you what it does, but it actually gives you a nice little boost to your defense right off the bat. So I'm going to go ahead and equip that. If you want, you can talk to this lady. She'll just follow you around town in the meantime. Otherwise, the only important thing to really go over right now is the weapons and armor shop. So, to be blunt, Dragon Quest is a pretty simple RPG. You got to remember, it originally came out on the NES. This was truly revolutionary for its time. However, by today's standards, it's one of the biggest knocks on it is that it's overly simplistic. That being said, my standard run through, I'll get the copper sword first, and I'll just use the copper sword, the leather suit, and the leather shield. And really, that's enough to get you through the first half of the game. But before we set on out, the copper sword is going to be my first goal. Pretty much double your attack right off the bat. So we're working towards 180 gold. With that, I'm going to go train in the wild for a little bit. So one thing about this game versus the second, third, etc., is that it's truly a 1v1 combat system. You only have the main character in Dragon Quest, only the main hero. They don't introduce multiple party members until number 2, at which point in time you can fight multiple monsters. So it's really just you versus, in this case, the slimes. Couple things about the battle mechanics. Attack is just using your general weapon. Spells, once you get them, use MP. You can attempt to flee. However, sometimes that'll fail and you'll be stuck in a battle. And then you can always use items such as the herb. Additionally, sometimes you'll get into a battle and the monsters won't be paying attention, so you effectively get a free hit. Similarly, you can get into a battle and they can attack you first. But otherwise, just keep grinding, and hopefully we can get up to 180 gold pretty quick here. All right, so it's only been about 2-3 minutes, but I wanted to show you, leveling up. Just got to level 3. So that was real quick. This is the first level where you actually get magic points, and I just learned the heal spell. So that's gonna heal up, what is it, like 25, 30 HP. However, if you notice right now, we don't have any MP. So we're gonna go into the castle here and go talk to our friend, the old wise man down here. And so once again, you see 11 HP, 0 MP. But if we go ahead and talk to him, see the flash of light, and we're healed. So this is just one easy way to, real cheap, just heal up. It doesn't matter too much since the end's real cheap. But if they built in the mechanic, you might as well use it. A couple other things just to be aware of. I'm training down here beneath the mountain range. In this area, all we're going to really see are the slime and the she slime. But if you go on the north side, you'll see some new monsters. You'll see the Draki, and you'll see the ghost. So now that we're a little bit stronger, we can go up there. When you're level 1, it may be a bit much for you. But all right, there's our first Draki. And when we kill him, we should get +3 experience and +6 gold. Yep. So that'll just kind of help speed things up for us a little bit. All right, so we are now at the 180 gold needed to pick up the copper sword. So I'm just going to come on down to town and we'll pick that up. As I mentioned earlier, the copper sword, the leather armor, and the leather shield really will take you through a very large chunk of this game. The main reason for picking up that copper sword is really just to, one-hit kill all the monsters in this area. We really shouldn't have any threats moving forward. But that's where I'm going to call it for this video. In the next video, we'll go ahead and make our way to the northwest of this continent, and we'll stop off at the Shrine of the Legendary Hero on the way. All right, well, thanks for watching, and stay tuned.